Hello again, IED students. This week we are moving into 10.1, which is going to be a desk organizer project. So this video is going to serve as the explanation for the first week or portion of the project. So let's get started. Hey, Mr. K, I was working on 10.1 and I wanted to share with you what I have so far. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool. Let me share my screen so you can see what I have so far. So what I have is I wrote up this problem statement, which is keeping a workspace from becoming cluttered with papers and devices such as pens, pencils, staplers, paper clips, sticky notes, and writing pads. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. Is a never-ending task. This hinders workspace and organization. That was my problem statement.
I like it. It sounds good.
Okay, and then for design statement, I had design and model a product that will reduce the clutter that accumulates on workspaces and frees up space.
Yeah, that gives them a lot of opportunities to kind of like look at their own workspace too.
Yeah, I thought so, because everybody working from home right now is totally different. Some people are in their bedroom, some people are in the basement. You know, every one of these is going to look a little bit different.
Right. And even for us teachers, like you have a different workspace than I do.
Yeah, like mine would totally have to go on the windowsill because of my desk, and you don't even have a window, so.
This is true. It's behind me, but yeah, no, wouldn't work there. Any constraints in for like how we want to give them some focus on the project?
A little bit, but I was thinking, I mean, for starters, I don't think it should attach to the desk. I think it's got to be more mobile than that.
Yeah, it should, because they may be able, like they might be working with brothers and sisters, or they might have to make their station mobile where they have to move it around. So having an organizer that could move with them would be beneficial.
Yeah, so definitely not attaching to the desk.
What I would imagine we should probably also give them some size requirements, because obviously we don't want to make it too big or too small. Maybe something like if it only had a 6-inch depth with maybe 12 inches wide and a 10-inch height.
That's reasonable. It fits in a standard box.
And maybe like we want to have it, make sure it's kind of anchored so the thing doesn't tip over. So if their base was like 3/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like they need to like include something that's an indentation too, because that way it's a guaranteed it fits something inside of it. So we just don't have someone putting holes in it and saying it holds pencils.
Right. So each base area needs to be kind of shelled out to have a certain area to put apart.
Yeah, it needs to definitely fit each thing that they're holding. And I think they should hold at least like 6 things. I know I've got a ton on my desk.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Don't you think that they need to have, it needs to be like a little bit modular though, so that way they can kind of piece it together, like in an assembly?
Yeah, that would also make sense too. And if they really wanted to go above and beyond, those parts could be interchangeable, but at the very least, each container should be its own separate function, and then they can bring it all together in one, and it can all fit on the base.
That makes sense. So you're thinking like 5 parts?
I think 5 parts, and then the base would be the 6th part. So
yeah, makes sense.
6 parts total.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Okay, everyone, that wraps up this week's overview. Just as a reminder, you need to identify the challenge using the worksheet posted in Google Classroom. You need to explore ideas for choosing the location that your desk organizer is going to go into. You need to generate concepts by creating multiple thumbnail or small brief sketches that you've annotated for your different ideas. And you need to complete the final step, which is a concept sketch of your actual design. So that way you have it drawn and have ideas for dimensions and have some tonal shading on it before you actually create the parts for your desk organizer next week. If you have any questions, of course, send me or Mr. K an email, and we'll see you next week.